Hi guys, this is Mariam from Kmusic. We're on our way to interview Eat Your Kimchi Simon and Martina at Print Restaurant in Melbourne City. So let's go.
Hello Kmusic Nasties. Did you eat your kimchi today?
Also, you are very nasty.
Also, you don't cut kimchi with a spoon.
Oh no!
I didn't know I wasn't given a
The
fork.
facade has been broken.
No, I wasn't given a fork, I wasn't given a knife. Hello.
Welcome Simon and Martina. This is Mariam from Kmusic. We came to Melbourne for the K-Way Festival yesterday, so we'll start off with that. How's your experience yesterday?
It was very heart-touching.
Yeah. There was a lot of crying.
A lot of crying.
Simon cracked first, actually.
Well, because what we learned from our Sydney event is that we didn't know how to gauge the amount of time we were going to spend with meet and greets, and a lot more people came than we expected. So what we did for the Melbourne event, we wanted to cut our time on stage so we could spend more time meeting people, and we wound up cutting our interviews for the day as well because I'm more interested in meeting the people that watch us rather than dealing with press.
Oh yeah, that's right, yeah.
So we wound up spending 2 hours yesterday meeting people, and some people came into the tent crying to meet us, and and I'm like, why would you cry? You're making me cry because it's kind of like if I ever see anybody throw up, I throw up as well, and if I ever see anybody crying, then I cry as well.
That's going to be Simon's excuse. He was emotional, okay?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no, on stage you did say that Melbourne and Australia in general had sort of reference to Canada as well. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Like buildings like this are so, I want to swear, but I'm not gonna for the sake of video, but they're so gorgeous. Like I haven't seen real estate like this in Korea. Like
I know people keep saying heritage buildings, right?
Yeah.
So
in this building, you would have 5 restaurants.
in Korea.
In Korea, and it's everything is spread out, and you see the exposed brick, and I'm a real fan of architecture, and it's just so gorgeous. Damn.
I know.
Hopefully you guys get time to actually go around and have a look. So.
We have 1 day free.
Yes.
On the day that we fly out, so that day we're gonna squish in as much time as possible.
Oh,
so.
I think the city's very compact as well, but then you'll have so much time to go through everything.
Right.
And hopefully you can just
We want to kind of people watch and just see what it's like to be here, the feeling of it. So
that's really good. Yeah, it's a great thing. How did you how would you rate the nastiness of your fans in Australia?
It was pretty nasty out there. I saw a lot of nasty. I saw the most nasty shirts that I've seen.
I'm just amazed because to see so many people wearing our merchandise is shocking to us because we started our merchandise shop only because when we had our previous third-party people doing it, they didn't ship overseas to all the countries overseas worldwide, and it was expensive and it was late, so we thought, okay, we do it ourselves, and we're just amazed that so many people are interested in buying our stuff. So
we underestimated.
Yes.
We were like, we'll probably get about 20 to 30 orders.
Yeah.
And then Susie was like, oh, shirts everywhere.
Yeah, everyone wearing our stuff is this is really amazing
it was really
and touching. So
and I feel like there were so many rolling down of the sexy windows and we used so nasty. So
there's this one kid that I wanted to look at the whole audience, but there's this one little girl maybe this tall, except she was put on somebody's shoulders.
Oh, she was wearing a purple jumper and she kept rolling down her sexy window.
And she even had the face. It was just haha, I'm happy.
She was like, oh yeah, girl.
She was all in the actual. Oh wow.
She was totally into it, and I was just floored.
Yeah,
I'm totally floored.
It's so funny because yesterday, being at the festival as well, all these references that nobody else knows about except for the people that are in the crowd.
I really like watching the security guards' reactions actually because first of all, I think a lot of them are like, who are these people? And then what are they saying? Even if Simon would just squish together to do a bubble pop.
What 2 minutes yesterday talking about dicks, wanks, and fat
faps. Yeah.
And the security guards
looking around.
What kind of movies do these people make?
The 9-year-olds are like, yay, wait. Thanks.
Another question we have, and this is from the fans, so we asked them to just
Lovely.
give us the answer, and we picked a few out. So, do you guys plan to live in Korea? Do you ever think that you might go back and live in Canada one day, or like?
We don't have things set in stone.
Yeah.
So like that's the question my mom continues to ask.
Like, when are you gonna come home? And, you know.
Yeah, I mean we don't have it set in stone because we didn't expect this to happen to begin with.
Yeah.
But we've
our plan originally was just like 1 year in Korea and
Yes.
then just go somewhere else.
We were gonna go to Japan and then
we've been
maybe
here
Europe.
for 5 years, but like I know that we do have plans to. We're trying to make some expansions of Eat Your Kimchi within Korea, but we also want to be able to set up like a studio somewhere else and travel to another country and do some videos there and do some videos
because
in Korea.
what we really enjoy is going to a new country and being kind of lost and confused.
I
and
love that
starting
feeling of
from scratch.
Yeah.
So now that we're comfortable in Korea, we don't have that feeling anymore.
Yeah.
But we've built this, like community of people that we've gotten to know through Eat Your Kimchi, like the Nasties, and we can't just abandon that. So it's like we have to keep that going.
And then somewhere else.
And somewhere else, yeah. So
do you plan to continue telling people about K-pop, and if you open a studio somewhere else, what would be the aim of that studio? And would you probably open one in Australia, I think?
Well, I love it here in Australia so far. Like, it seems pretty freaking fantastic. So I could totally imagine myself like living here, like no problem at all. Like I've been asking people like, what's the rent?
I know someone's like, what's the real estate like?
So you were joking yesterday when you're like, you might.
No, I was
really been
legitimately
asking people
so
like,
how much can I get for a 2-bedroom apartment? So
yeah. But we have to quarantine Spudgy, the rabies-free zone. We have to think it all over, But I think that, we really like showing the nitty-gritty of a society because a lot of people keep saying to us, like, well, now that you're in Australia, you should visit this site or go here, go there. But then I'll say, have you done that?
Yeah.
And all the
People are
Australian
like, you should
locals
ride
are like,
the horse and carriage. And I'm like, did you ride the horse and carriage? And they're like, no. I'm like, so why should I ride the horse and carriage?
Right.
It's something that
so
tourists do.
We always want, I think, our goal is always to like show what really is happening in society. We don't want it to be like, the 5-star restaurants that no one ever goes to, but like the acclaimed chefs go to, but it's really not that good. I want to go to the local little vegan restaurant that makes like the best chai latte you've had in your life that no one talks about, but all the locals know.
Yeah.
So those are the kind of things I'd want to focus on if we went to another country. That it would be kind of the same as what we do in Korea.
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily Korean as well. It's just something that you like to do.
Yeah.
Can I just say, you guys were able to stay in a dorm with K-pop stars. Who would you choose and why?
A dorm with K-pop stars.
Yes.
A dorm with Kpop.
Which is every Bengal's dream.
Oh,
but
yes.
Okay.
Yes. It's funny you should say that though, because we actually almost moved into an apartment that 21 and Infinite and a bunch of other K-pop stars live in. But we didn't move there because the apartment size was too big, and we're trying to move to a smaller apartment.
Like the apartment that we got now, we had like some extra rooms in there because we had all of our camera equipment in there. So then we went up, after we got our studio, we moved all of our camera equipment there, and now it's just like empty rooms. So we're trying to find a smaller place now because,
Anyways, okay,
so
who are you picking?
Yeah.
I think I would pick Super Junior. Okay, the reason why, not because they're dreamy boys.
Because they're rich.
Oh my god. No,
Probably.
Yes, well, I'm going to go for the 5 that are like the main 5 that we keep meeting all the time. Like Ituk and Cucumber, I call him Cucumber. And like Shindong, because they're really, honestly, really laid back and funny guys.
Yeah.
So we had a chance to hang out with them a bit off camera on Star King.
Yeah, that's right,
Yeah, and they're just really cool, like jokey kind of people, and they don't have like that like tense, I think they've been in the scene for so long now that they're comfortable in their skin.
Right. So instead of actually being in the scene for so long that they they feel like they're just above everybody else, they're actually more comfortable with people as well.
Yeah, and it's the same how like Shinhwa TV, like Shinhwa are so funny on TV, like they're farting and they're burping and they can do that because they're comfortable where they are. So I think they would be fun like roomies to have around.
I'm gonna give a bizarre answer. I'm gonna say Jaejoong. Not because I want to party with him, but because I think that he's so emo that he'd keep himself like in his room and he wouldn't necessarily
like,
come out.
"Hi,
And
Simon."
I don't like living with other people, so we would have our privacy there.
Like you'd be so comfortable even with him.
Like you wouldn't even know that he's there. He would just like be like, I'm going to go on tour now and sing in front of 100,000 people. Okay, bye. And you would just like...
He opens up his doors, like all black, and he like goes in and like writes poetry.